I think it's time for a stupid experiment. I see just the thing to be stupid with. That is poison ivy, and I am allergic to poison ivy.
She comes on like a rose, but everybody knows she'll get you in touch. You can look, but you better not touch. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. She's pretty as a daisy, but look out, man, she's crazy. She'll really do you in if you let her get under your skin. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around.
As we continue through our review of the biology text, I want to remind you that you began to learn about the body's response in Chapter 9, when you learned about the transport system, the circulatory system, and the white blood cells. In Chapter 10, Section 3, the book introduces the idea of the immune system. The text discusses various diseases and how the immune system works, but it doesn't say anything about allergies. According to the dictionary, Webster's Dictionary, an allergy is an altered bodily reaction to an antigen in response to a first exposure. So I checked the chapter for an explanation about how the system does this, how the immune system does this, and there wasn't anything there. I checked your curriculum, and you're not being asked to learn about this. But to me, allergies are practical to learn about because almost everyone has some sort of allergy or allergic reaction. Like, for example, I got a friend who's allergic to dust. I've got a cousin allergic to penicillin. My mom's allergic to various kinds of medicine. I know a lot of people with allergic reactions to pollen. And me, I'm personally allergic to poison ivy. But I've never really sat and studied my allergy or learned why my allergy happens. And so this seems like a good time to do this. Here it is. Here is the culprit, poison ivy. So I went to the University of Massachusetts Biology Department website to begin my studying on it. And according to their page, poison ivy leaves are coated with a mixture of chemicals called urushiol. That chemical does not harm my skin at all, any more than if I just poured tea on my arm. But the urushiol will diffuse into my skin, that's chapter 3, and the skin, that's chapter 8, and that metabolizes with my skin proteins, such proteins like keratin, that's chapter 14. This new complex of skin proteins and urushiol, that doesn't hurt me either. That's not poisonous to me either, any more than if I spill tea on my arm. But what it does do is it triggers an immune response, because this new thing appears to be foreign to my immune system. In other words, this new thing that's not going to hurt me is going to be attacked by me. It's not the foreign chemical that's hurting me, it's my own immune system. So I had to go back and look up, what is it that my immune system is doing? According to Medline Plus, the body releases histamines, which makes the blood vessels leakier. In other words, they leak and allow more white blood cells to get into that foreign invader. And it's great if you're fighting a parasite. But histamines also cause itching. And that's what I experience apparently with poison ivy, itchiness and blisters. I have a record of what I am observing about my own reactions to poison ivy. So here's my chart. So I tried this and I didn't have any reaction the first time. I thought maybe I didn't know what was going on. I thought maybe the time of day. So the second time I did it, I tried it in an afternoon, and within 15 hours, I had a rash. The itch wasn't that bad at first, but as time went by, the itch became more and more pronounced. So I knew that it was time for me to put some sort of treatment on it. Many suggestions are given for treating the itchiness and the blisters. Calamine lotion, oral antihistamines, cold water compress. None of those have ever really worked for me. So what I do when I have this itchiness is I put hot water on the rash, and it makes it feel like I'm actually scratching the blisters, but I'm not. And if I can make it hot enough to where it actually hurts, I don't itch for about 8 hours. Some sources say the reason this happens is because I have used heat to make all the histamines come out all at once, and until more histamine can be made, my poison ivy won't itch. And that's about 4 or 5 hours for me. The problem with using the hot water is it does irritate your skin, and most places on the internet, most all of the places say don't do that. But that's what works for me.
She comes on like a rose, but everybody knows she'll get you in touch. You can look, but you better not touch. Poison ivy.
Not quite hot enough.
Late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. She's pretty as a daisy.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad.
She'll really do you in if you let her get under your skin. Poison ivy, poison ivy. Late at night while you're sleeping, poison ivy comes a creeping around. Measles will make you bumpy, and mumps will make you lumpy, and chicken pox will make you jump and switch. A common cold will fool ya, and whooping cough can cool ya. The poison ivy, Lord, will make you itch. You're gonna need an ocean